Hi, this is Kenyetta of thegodblog.org, and I'd just like to introduce to you our 40-day prophetic boot camp. Every year, my Bible study and I spend 40 days in the presence of the Lord, training our prophetic ears and strengthening our prophetic voice by spending time in prayer and consecration and deep devotion with God. It's so important that as believers that we become intentional about spending time with the Lord. And as people who are so engaged with life and we're so busy with many things that pull and tug at us, we have to be intentional about spending time with God. And so during this 40 days, I normally just clear my schedule and I just focus on spending time with God and reading His Word and fasting and prayer and deep devotion. Now, there are a lot of believers that fast and pray during this season, and I think it's a very strategic thing to do as we enter into a new year so that we can have God's perspective for that year. And it's a beautiful thing to go into a new year just in a mode of consecration and worship. What is consecration? Consecration is just giving yourself to true intimacy and spending time in worship, holiness, and devotion, reading His Word, spending time with the Lord, just having a set apart time for Him. And so this 40 days is like a 40-day consecration with the purpose of strengthening our prophetic voice and strengthening our prophetic ears. And it's so important as prophetic people that we do this. One of the true signs of a prophet is accuracy. And we want to become accurate in hearing the voice of God, hearing what His Spirit is saying to our hearts. Many times we miss it because we don't hear accurately. And sometimes we pull and grasp and run to other people when we should run to God. He says, call upon me and I will answer and show you great and mighty things that you do not know. And so this is what we want from God in this season. We're intentional about strengthening our prophetic ears. We're intentional about strengthening our prophetic voice so that we can be accurate in hearing what the Father heart has to say to us, so that we can be accurate in obeying and following the wisdom and the strategy that God is going to give us for this season. I believe that 2020 is going to be a phenomenal decade. Every decade is defined by something significant. In the 1960s, that decade was defined by social justice and social change. In the 1970s, that decade was defined by Watergate and political unrest. In the 1990s, we experienced the Reagan years. The 1990s gave us the internet. The 2000 and the 2010s ushered us into a new millennium of social media and communications. What will 2020 hold for us? What will 2020 hold for you? Get in the presence of the Lord. Be intentional about this season. Visit thegodblog.org. There will be many prophetic resources, devotionals, and prayer resources that you can glean from. I try to get my friends on Facebook Live where we can all be on the video together. However, Android doesn't have that technology yet. So I will be posting their individual words of encouragement. I have some very beautiful prophetic pastor friends that's joining me in this effort, and they're going to be just helping us walk through this journey of strengthening in this season. And so look forward to words from Pastor Dewey Lane and Pastor Freddie Ahiobo and Pastor Leanne Pendergrass. And these are my beautiful friends who have mentored me, loved me, poured into me, and who will be partnering with me in this season. So you will see their posts on my Facebook and on thegodblog.org. Stay tuned for more. Thank Thank you for joining with me. You will not be disappointed. 40 days of soaking in the presence of the Lord, beginning December 21st, ending January 31st. A wonderful time. It's going to be like a honeymoon with the Lord. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Strengthen your prophetic ear. Strengthen your prophetic voice with the GodBlog.org Prophetic Bootcamp 2020. God bless you. Bye-bye.